What's up, guys? Thanks for being here. I'm gonna go and show you some plays in baseball. I'm gonna show you also. I actually have a very strong parlay in the NBA, and I have some batter props as well. So I'm gonna talk about all of that right now. So we were on a 13-day winning streak, and then that came to an end yesterday. The day before yesterday, we actually broke even, and then yesterday we were in the green again. Very slightly, we were in the green. It was a 5-4 day. And then I'm going to talk about some baseball plays. I'm going to hook you up with two baseball plays, and I have two batter props for no, I'm sorry, four batter props on the under RBIs, and then two batter props for one hit. So the first one that I called out yesterday, if you were here on the live, I gave a lot of stuff away for free, and I'm going to do that again today, some stuff, and I'm going to offer you guys some VIP if you guys never joined. I'm going to hook you guys up with that as well. So, anyways, let me just get right into it again. This Bo Bichette and Bobby Witt Jr. that hit for us. And then I had Aaron Judge. I shared all of these players, by the way. And then this one I actually shared inside the Discord. The line was shifting towards the Magic. I was talking about this on the live yesterday, that I didn't trust the Boston, and that Orlando was getting the bulk of the money and the sharp money and all that stuff. And sure enough, they won straight up. I really liked it at a plus 10.5. The only way I was able to get that was to parlay it together. So I did the under 207. So anyways, I really like this Magic play. I shared it in the Discord. It was awesome because they won straight up, and I had the under. When I saw the score, I think it was like they hit like 193 or 189 or something crazy. So anyways, that hit for us pretty easily on a two-leg parlay. So, for example, right here was the odds of 108 and then 109. So I had to do it in split of two to get better odds right here. It's only 1 point, but whatever. Long story short, it was the same play. I even said that the Pirates might beat the Dodgers, even though that the Dodgers are heavily favored because of something called an on-base percentage and stuff like that. So, anyways, there it is. 5 wins and 4 losses. So it was still very slight green day. So the first play I'm going to give you guys is going to be the Brewers. Let me see here. This is my new something called Excel-a-Draw, so it's going to take me a little bit to get used to, but I was already working with it yesterday, so you can kind of see. But anyways, let me just get right into it. Just bear with me here. So, all right, so here we go. So the Brewers and the Cardinals, everything lines up on Milwaukee. We're taking the plus 1.5 for the extra cushion. They are underdogs, but the Cardinals are still very cold. Donovan, Arenado, Gorman, they're all hitting under a 220. So the Brewers hitters, they got Bryce Terang hitting at a 4.40. Sonny Gray's type. So Yelich, Hostins, and Terang are decent right now. And then the bullpen edge, Milwaukee's not perfect, but St. Louis's bullpen is rocking. So basically, the bullpen situation is that the Milwaukee have a big edge. You can see right there, the bullpen for St. Louis is 6.6 ERA or 6.06. So check this out. The Brewers, they're a 42-point differential early this season, way sharper than St. Louis. What that means is that the Brewers have scored 42 more runs than St. Louis this season already in whatever it is, 18, 20 games. Sonny Gray's elite whip can't fully cover Cardinals' lack of offense. So basically what they're saying is, what it's saying here is that Sonny Gray, which is the pitcher for St. Louis, he's very good. However, the lack of offense inside the Cardinals are not going to be able to cover this. So I did all the research already. I looked at all the I was going to go with the money line, but I don't trust the Brewers to win on the money line because of Sonny Gray. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So what I did is I actually just got it on the run line at a plus 1.5. So that's what I'm going with for that play right there. So like I said, I got the Brewers at a plus 1.5. So I explained this yesterday also, guys. If your bankroll is not telling you to bet $100 or $75, somebody asked me yesterday, they said, should I put up $178 to win 100? My answer to that is that you have to go based on your bankroll. So on my bankroll, $75 is actually 3%. So that's what I'm doing right now, $75. I was doing 2%, which was $50. I had a 13-day winning streak, so I raised it up because I was winning money. And now my bankroll says that I can go with 75 bucks. And that's the way I'm doing the 75 bucks right here. Simple numbers game. San Diego has all the momentum. They've been winning a lot of games. Padres have 17 and 9. I was looking up this Padres already. Okay, Julio says, how much should I bet? I'm up 425 bucks. It doesn't matter how much you're up. It depends on what your total bankroll is. So let's say you have $1,000, 2% of that is 20 bucks. So if you're at $2,000, 2% of that is 40 bucks. So I hope that makes sense. It doesn't matter how much you're up. It depends on what your total bankroll is. So if you ever lose, you're only losing 2 to 3%. So that says it's filthy, which is crazy. Rays are good, but not this good. 2 of 9. This is very important. They're 2 and 9 in their last 11 games. Okay, so check that out. Also check out Dylan Cease. He's starting for Tampa Bay, and his ERA is 604, and his WHIP is 150 coming in. Padres lineup is, man, if you've been keeping up with baseball, you know that Tatis, we've been going with him for a while to get 1 hits. Machado hit for us the other day. Pepiot right there, absolutely firing right now. So we're taking the Padres money line in this situation. So let's see. Padres is where we're going with. So the first one again, guys, was the Brewers at a +1.5, and I'm taking the Padres to win money line. So then we have a very strong 2-leg parlay in the VIP today. It's going to be a mix between baseball and basketball. You could get that at beastsportspicks.com. You can check us out for 1 day if you want right here. Also, if you've never checked us out, you can get the free stuff right here. Go to the link in the description or go to beastsportspicks.com, and then you can get free picks right there. We post a lot of free stuff. Yeah, like I said, yesterday was a 5 and 4 day. The day before that was a break-even day. The 13 days before that were all in the green. So we're giving away a lot of free stuff. It's not always going to be like that, but for now, you can still get free picks right here. Also, check out the VIP right here if you want to check us out for 1 day. I do have some other picks as well. And then my business partner is actually looking at some other plays that I'm going to point out right here in this video, in this live. So anyways, VIP 1 day. If you want to check out the 1 week pass, you would type in the word Beast Week to get 50% off. And then you got the 1 month pass if you guys want to do that. Also in the Discord, we throw a lot of stuff in there. I'm not going to go in there right now, but there's a lot of people posting stuff. If anybody's in the Discord, in the comments, if you want to put that in there, I would appreciate it. We have a lot of people inside the Discord, and a lot of people are posting their plays, and they're posting their wins and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff right there. So anyways, I do have a very two-leg parlay in the VIP today. I already posted it. It's a baseball play and NBA play combined. All right. So very quick reminder, we never chase anything. So like, for example, yesterday I was actually feeling the need that I needed to jump on there and try to place another bet because I saw some teams were not going to cover and not going to win. So then you always get that little urge to try to chase and try to make up the losses and stuff like that. So again, quick reminder, you never want to be chasing. I explained yesterday the Cubs. For me, I grew up loving the White Sox. I'm from Chicago, but I don't give a shit. I mean, honestly, there is no emotion anymore for me at all. It's like I can go with the White Sox today. I can go with the Cubs tomorrow. I can go against the White Sox today. I actually went to a White Sox game. I was there live, and I was betting against them. Like, I don't care, and I'm a White Sox fan. It doesn't matter. And I just go based on what the data says. So again, guys, this is actually for the video, but I'm going to start doing something called the lock of the day. So whatever you guys are looking at, whatever you guys want me to look at, you would type in the word lock of the day, and then I can kind of go in there and check it out for you guys, and we can start doing that inside the not these lives, but in the video themselves. Also in the video, once I do these videos, once we get to 50 likes, I'm gonna start giving away free VIP membership. So again, what was the lock of the day? I don't have any lock of the day. I gave you 2 of them already. What I was trying to explain though is whatever you guys have, if you can comment on it, tell me what you think inside the videos, and then we'll be discussing that inside the comments of the videos. I hope that makes sense. So these right here, these are just leans. Do not quote me on these. Do not take these unless you do your own research. I don't want you coming tomorrow and saying, "Hey, what the hell? Why did you give me this weak ass Guardians or these weak ass Angels or these weak ass Rangers, whatever?" It doesn't matter. I'm just telling you these are just leans. These are just something that we're taking a look at. So, anyways, the biggest run differential today is the Reds. They're supposed to run. They're supposed to hit six, almost 7 runs, and then you got the Rockies almost 5 runs. So what that is, there's a big differential here. Of it's a flip flop, meaning the Reds are supposed to score 2 more runs than the Rockies when these are projected scores. Again, I'm not that does not mean go with the Reds. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. Also, these things here, it's the Guardians. I was looking at them. There's 2 games today. It's a doubleheader. You got the Angels, the Rangers, and the Braves. That's who we're looking at as well. But again, we're not quite done with that yet. So these under RBIs have been hitting extremely very high rate. The problem is sometimes if one guy gets an RBI, it kills the parlay. So another thing is that they're very expensive. You can see that these are 404 odds over here. So the problem with this again is that they're very expensive. If you combine 2 of them together, it's still like a minus 190, minus 180, minus 200. But these are hitting at such a high rate. These are hitting at such a high rate that it still makes sense to do a 2-leg parlay, even if they're losing, because the wins outmatch the losses. So I hope that makes sense. So don't be salty if one guy doesn't get an RBI, and then the other guy does, and then it kills the parlay. The overall picture, these have been hitting very strong. All right, Michael Taylor from the White Sox. You can see, I'm not going to get into all the details, but this dude hits at 100% hit rate. He only gets up to bat about 2 to 3 times. You can see this game, he only went up to bat once. This game, he went up to bat once. So he's all the way down at the bottom of the lineup. He does not get RBIs. In the 19 straight games on the road, he has not gotten an RBI. White Sox is one of the worst teams to get on base. He's faced this pitcher 6 times and he's got 0 hits. So there's everything is telling me this indication this dude is not going to get an RBI. I doubt he would even get a hit, but not an RBI, even less. All right, next guy is going to be Nick Ahmed from the Rangers. I'm parlaying both of those guys together. So Michael Taylor from the White Sox, and then I'm parlaying it together with Nick Ahmed. Same thing with this guy, 90% hit rate. He only gets up to bat about 2 to 3 times. He has not gotten this line in 9 straight games. He's faced this pitcher twice, and then he's averaging 0. He has not gotten a hit off this dude. Also against left-handed, I'm not going to get into all the details, but he's at a negative number for WRC plus. What that means is that if there's a batter on base, he does not do his job to get him in. And he does not do RBIs. That's my bottom line. That's what it is. Jacob Young from the Nationals, you can start seeing that these teams don't get hits. So White Sox don't get hits. Rangers get a little bit more hits, but not much. And then the Nationals, they don't get hits either. So we don't care about none of that. We just care about this one dude that is not going to get an RBI. So if the guys before him are not even getting hits, it's less of a chance that this dude is not going to get an RBI, if that makes sense. 3 to 4 times plate appearance per game. He in 10 straight games at home, he has not gotten this line. And that's it. So those are the 3 guys, and then the 4th guy is Dane Myers, the last guy right there, and he did get 3 RBIs right here in this one game. So look at the score though. It went 21 runs total. So of course he was going to get some RBIs. I mean, pretty much everybody on that team probably got an RBI because they scored so much. But that is not the standard. You see what I mean? Look at this. They scored 4 over here, 6 here, 5 here. Sorry. They scored 4, 6, 7, 11. My point is this, they don't score that much. And that one game that he had 3, they scored 11. So that was just a one-off game. Dane Myers is not going to get an RBI, in my opinion, today. 90% chance he's not. He's only facing the plate 3 to 4 times. He's failed to get an RBI 12 of the last 14 games on the road. So this is going to be a very strong play right here for me. You can see how expensive this is because of, look at this. It goes all the way to minus 769. So anyways, like I said, you parlay that with this guy and you're going to get it down to about 190 or 200. And I don't mind taking that because it's hitting at a 90 or 100, between 85 and 90% hit rate. So it makes sense to do that because even if you're only making half of the money, like if you put up $100, for example, you get 50. You do that 9 times, it covers the losses. I hope that makes sense. So if you guys like that sort of information, make sure you subscribe. Time over there at all. All my time is being invested inside of YouTube. And then that'll get you into YouTube. It'll ask you to subscribe. You say yes. And then right after that, you're going to put in where it says free picks. Make sure you get the free picks. And then check us out on VIP and then the Discord as well. All right. I got 2 batters for you guys. I actually parlayed these together because they are kind of expensive. And then I also bought them single-handedly as well. So I got Steven Kwan to get 1 hit. This dude is supposed to get 2 hits. The books are saying he's going to get 2 hits, but all I care about is him to get 1 hit. Okay, so check this out. 90% hit rate. He only missed his 1 game right here. And even if we go further out, last 20 games, look at this. He gets 1 hit. He's the first batter for the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland Guardians are supposed to win today. He's going to get a chance to get up at bat. Look at this. For the entire season, he's only missed 4 games without a hit. In the last 20 games, 3 games. Last 10, only 1 game without a hit. This dude gets hits. I've been following this dude for 3 years now. I'm telling you, this dude gets hits. 4 to 5 plate appearances when they start doing the good. He's exceeded this line 7 straight games at home. He's faced his pitcher 9 times and he's gotten 2 hits. That's an average of 286. And versus right-handed pitchers, he gets an average of almost 4 hits out of every 10. So this dude is very, very strong to get 1 hit. He's actually, like I said, he's actually supposed to get 2 hits today, according to the books. All right, the next one is Fernando Tatis Jr. If you've been following me, you know this dude. I've been taking this dude to get 1 hit for a while. Fernando Tatis, you can see you can get him on Price Picks for 137. But like I said, I parlayed them together with Kwan, and I also did them single-handedly. And again, I don't mind paying this juice of 280, and I don't mind paying the juice of 270. Now, if you've never heard me talk like this, it's for a reason. If these dudes are hitting at such a high rate, they have to be hitting at an 80 or 90% hit rate on these plays in order for this to make sense. If you're paying this much juice, but it is hitting this high of a hit rate, and that's why it makes sense. Otherwise, I would definitely not touch it. So anyways, I parlayed them together. I don't have the slip in front of me, but I think it was like minus 130 for both of them together. Fernando Tatis Jr. and Steven Kwan. All right, so look at his line is actually at 31.5. So the books are saying he's going to get 32 points. So you're going to buy that back to 25. And what you do there is alt line is not even going to give me the option. Let me see, 24.5. Yeah, so it's super expensive at 24.5. But again, if you parlay that with the team itself, you can probably buy it back to like a minus 6.5 or something like that. They're currently at a minus 14.5. So you can see he's hit this line pretty much 80% of the time in the last 10. That includes the playoffs. So this dude's hitting. Look at this. The last 20 games, 25 points. It's easy for this dude pretty much. Even in the playoffs, he's scoring between 27 and 31 points. He got over here 40, 31. His line is actually 32 points. So for him to get 25, you can see how expensive that is. So you would do this guy and parlay that with something else. I've been talking about this for a while. You can see right here, I actually have 2 MLB files attached. It says I get these emails directly at night, every night. And then sometimes it doesn't give me all the resources. So I have to run it again. But it's all automated. And check this out. Okay, so somebody's asking me about the Guardians money line. So like I said, there's It's telling me based on the information, the Cleveland Guardians are a better choice to win. The Guardians are 14-10, 7-2 home record. Cleveland has won 7 of the last 9 games against Boston. Boston is coming off a 5-game winning streak before their most recent loss. Stephen Kwan, like I said, I'm going with that guy today. Kyle Manzardo, he's got 7 home runs, 18 RBIs. He leads the Cleveland's offense. Boston's scheduled starter is struggling with a 7.66 ERA. Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That gives it a lot more juice, man. I'm starting to like this a lot more now. So thanks for that one, Julio. I'm gonna go look at the bullpen. I'll go look at the bullpen and see if we can get this one. So check this out. Despite historical success, Cleveland Red Sox are 14-13. They have Alex Bregman performing well, 3.1 average, 19 RBIs. Rafael Devers is in a slump. So I'm gonna tell you straight up that one day I went to the baseball game. It was the Red Sox versus the White Sox, and I actually had the Red Sox, and I saw they looked like shit. They ended up losing to the White Sox that game, 11-1. So it was crazy. If you're losing to the White Sox 11-1, there's something there that's off. So Guardians have an excellent home record, 7-2. Basically, it's just kind of rewarding all of this into one paragraph. So I'm gonna go and try to see if we can confirm this play right now. Make sure you subscribe. Also, make sure you don't snooze on this free picks. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing that. I do have a lot of clients already. We got people, like 40, 50 people in the Discord. This was I was using as a like getting people in the door kind of deal, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be giving away free picks, to be honest. So anyways, make sure you take care of that while we're still doing that. And then check out VIP right here and then the Discord. Discord is the best value for your buck, $10 a month, and you get access to a lot of information. So Bob says, I've been with Beast for 6 months and I have a steady extra income. Thanks, Bob. Bob, I actually interviewed Bob and I have a video of us talking, and I'm going to be sharing that a couple of more times. I actually want to interview more of you guys that are making money. But I appreciate the comment. Thanks for the info. This guy says, Julio, you're welcome. So Patrick is saying take the Guardians money line for the first 5 innings, game 1. I just explained some stuff here, and then here's some of the leans that we're looking at. The Guardians, I'm starting to think that we should take the Guardians. There's a lot of people here. I'm here to fade the Brewers. Hey, man, good for you. You can do whatever you want. This guy's saying he's going to fade the Brewers. Good luck with that. I'm going to look for, somebody's asking about the Guardians game 1. That's where we're going with, guys, too. So I'm taking Guardians money line, but my effort and time goes into YouTube. So make sure you go over here in the link in the description, click on YouTube. Also, make sure you get the free picks. Inside the free picks, I've been sharing a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'll mention it one more time, is that we had a 13-game winning, or 13 days in the green, and then we broke even 2 days ago, and then yesterday we actually started winning again. So it was a winning day, very slight. It was a 5-4 day, and then today I have some strong picks as well. We don't force anything over here. I've been doing this for a long time, and I don't force anything. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. But I don't force anything. And if you go to the Discord, there's a lot of information there. There's about 50 people plus that are sharing a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge, a lot of chatter that's in there for strong plays. And then every day we're posting our wins, and we're sharing all the wins that are in there. So people are making money, people are happy, people are in there. And again, guys, if you guys want the information that I just shared, like the final edge, then you'll get the information directly in your inbox, and that'll give you the breakdown of every game. So that's also there. And if you want the player props, the stuff that I just showed you, like for example, this stuff here, that's called Outlier. And that link is in the description for that as well. All right, guys, let's have another great day. It's been a winning so far. This month has been in the green. Let's keep that going. Let's make some money, guys. See you guys tomorrow. If not, for sure Monday. Let's have a great day.